Hello, I'm Lynn Pineda with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back to another edition of Imagine Your House Real Estate Cafe, where we talk about what matters most to you in real estate. If you've been joining us all along, you'll know that over the last many editions we've been discussing short sales. And as I told you on the last edition, we're going to basically wrap it up today with the short sale approval letter. If you haven't followed us, you know that we've been summarizing the steps from the very beginning to qualifying to do a short sale as a distressed seller, even though being a distressed seller is not the only way to do a short sale, and we have not yet touched on that for our discussion, whereas you could actually sell your home as a short sale, as a strategic short sale. That is when you don't have an actual hardship facing you in order to pay your mortgage, but simply you owe more than what your home is worth and you want to sell your home. But we'll touch on that on another edition. So continue on. So after you determine that you qualify for a short sale, we then gathered all of your financial documents. We submit everything to your lenders for their review. We negotiate back and forth in order to gain approval. We discuss whether or not there may be any contribution that your lender would want from you, either at closing or in the form of a promissory note. And today we're going to summarize it with receiving that short sale approval letter. As the short sale approval letter is what our goal is what we want to be able to reach. So let's say we've gained approval now, so now we've received the short sale approval letter. What actually goes on or is shown in the approval letter? First, they're going to indicate, of course, your name, the buyer's name, the purchase price that they've agreed upon is going to show all of the various closing costs, to include my commissions that your lenders have agreed to pay out of the buyer's purchase price, and then they're going to show the net amount. The net amount is what ultimately they want to make sure that they're going to receive for the sale. It cannot be 1 penny less. When they receive it, is actually they could reject the sale if it is less. So you got to make sure that it's that net amount that they're actually going to receive. Also in the approval letter, they're going to indicate, which is paramount to you wanting to see, that they have relieved you of any deficiency. The wording could be something to the effect of they have agreed to settle your account with this short sale and they will no longer pursue the deficiency balance for you. Ultimately, they've agreed to settle, essentially is what they're going to say. So that is a relief that any short sale seller wants to see. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. We're always not going to have a lender who will agree to settle. And just because they don't agree to settle also doesn't mean that they will pursue you for the deficiency. But some lenders will indicate in the approval letter that they reserve the right to pursue the deficiency. And again, that could be something that you could settle with them after closing, or actually they may never come after you. But of course, you know, the short sale letter is a legal letter, and by no means can I ever give you any legal advice, as I'm not an attorney, nor can I give you any tax advice. So you're always, just like with any real estate transaction, it's always recommended that you consult with an attorney or a tax advisor to get the best recommendations. But once you receive the approval letter, that now kind of shifts the focus on over to the buyer. So now it's the next step is that it's in the buyer's court, so to speak, where they now have to get their financing in order, or if they're paying cash, get that settled. The approval letter typically will give anywhere from 30 to 45 days for the buyer to get all their closing details in order so that you can close on time. And once you've been given the closing date and you're closed, you know, that's it for the short sale. And that's basically the various steps that I've gone over with you over the many editions that we discussed on short sales. I will continue on to discuss further about short sales and traditional sales in other editions. So if you have any topic of particular interest that you would like me to discuss, feel free to give me a call, send me an email, and I'd be glad to discuss in detail more about perhaps what concerns you. So I want to thank you again for stopping by as always. So be well and take care.